Hello my lovelies. Today we're going to be reading The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. We do have a new subscriber in the gang, Miss Penny L. Welcome Miss Penny L. Okay. Once upon a time there were 4 little rabbits, Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail and Peter. They lived with their mother under the roof of a big tree. "Now," said Mrs. Rabbit one morning, "you may go into the fields or down the lane, but do not go into Mr. McGregor's garden." Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail went down the lane to pick blackberries, but Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight to Mr. McGregor's garden. First he ate some lettuces and some beans, and then he ate some radishes. Then he felt rather sick. Turning a corner, who should Peter meet but Mr. McGregor? He jumped up and ran after Peter, waving a rake and calling, "Stop, thief!" Peter was very frightened. He rushed all over the garden and lost both his shoes. Then he tripped and got caught in a net. Some friendly sparrows flew down to help him. Mr. McGregor came up, but Peter wriggled free just in time, leaving his jacket behind. He rushed into the tool shed and hid in a watering can. Then he sneezed, "Katoosh!" and Mr. McGregor was after him again. Peter leapt out of a window, knocking over 3 plants. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor to get through. Mr. McGregor went back to his work and Peter was alone again, but he was very frightened and he was very, very, very lost. After a while, Peter found a door in a wall. A mouse was running in and out underneath, carrying peas and beans to her family. Peter asked her the way to the gate, but she had such a large pea in her mouth she couldn't answer him. Peter set off across the garden and came to a pond where a white cat was staring at some of the goldfish. She sat very, very still. Peter thought it best to keep going. He had heard some alarming things about cats. Then suddenly, quite close to him, Peter heard a sound. Scratch, 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 scratch. He scuttled underneath the bushes. But as nothing happened, he slowly crept out. There was Mr. McGregor, hoeing onions, and just beyond him was the gate. Very quietly, Peter jumped down and started to run as fast as he could. He slipped underneath the gate and was safe at last. Mr. McGregor soon found Peter's blue jacket and shoes. He hung them on his scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. Peter didn't stop running until he was safely home. He was so tired that he flopped down on the sandy ground and closed his eyes. Peter Rabbit was not very well during the evening, and Mrs. Rabbit put him to bed and made some chamomile tea to give to him. But Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail had bread and milk and delicious blackberries for supper. Love you.